Hello everyone, it's MarVeena and I wanted to welcome you to our psychic Q&A today. Today we're going to talk about psychic attack and what might make you vulnerable to psychic attack, who causes psychic attack, and what you can do about it. So what a psychic attack is when either a negative entity or even a best friend, so to speak, or a family member or a co-worker or a neighbor or even someone that you trust can maybe get mad at you or get mad at the world in general and just sort of direct their negativity towards you. Entities, there's all different varying degrees of negative entities in the world. So because we live in this dimension of duality and polarity, for every good angel there is an equal and opposite dark angel. For every beautiful archangel there is an archdemon. For every good person there is a negative person. It's just that that's the way that we have chosen to experience this dimension here, is through these degrees of polarity. So you have negative entities that's basically how they make a living, is that they want to induce fear in people and get a reaction out of them. And when they get that reaction, that's sort of like their buffet. It's like they have won, the gold for the day whenever they can scare us. And a lot of times they will, it's like they creep up on us in the middle of the night when we're are most vulnerable, and also we can use our third eye just a little bit better while we're sleeping, and they just kind of wake us up out of the clear blue. And sometimes it just scares us, and then sometimes it could cause a little bit of feeling paralyzed for a few minutes, or your heart to race, all sorts of different things, even like feeling scratched or showing signs of being scratched. When a person, like a human, launches a psychic attack, then we will often experience that as feeling a lot of anxiety, a lot of negative emotion, a lot of feelings of maybe disorientation and fear, and just feeling like out of sorts, out of grace with life. So people can launch a psychic attack sometimes without even really intending to be hurtful, but they just have so much negative emotion within themselves, and they're trying to figure out some way of directing and channeling this negativity, and unfortunately they wind up directing it and channeling at people that they actually might love or they might appreciate, and not really meaning to be harmful, but they still can cause harm. So remember that thoughts and emotions, that they're real and that they can cause harm. And to try to, anytime that you have a negative thought come up about someone or a situation, then immediately cancel, clear, and delete that negative energy so that you don't actually launch your own psychic attack, because that can get you some bad karma, and you don't want that because you're going to have to pay for it down the road. So be very careful about how you're running your energy. And a good way to protect yourself from psychic attack in your home is to, there's a lot of different ways that you can keep your home safe, and I do it through visualization, through intention, through prayer, and through different sort of housekeeping practices, like spiritual housekeeping practices. And by the way, I have a lot of those blessings in some of my earlier videos. So you can do a search here and look for my YouTube videos on house blessings, because I have several of them. But that's a great way of backing out of your space any negative influences in your home that could set you up for a psychic attack. I like to use a sage and a cedar, sweetgrass, lavender, a smudge mixture to sort of drift through the house. It helps to bring clarity to what's really important and what's not important. It helps to banish out negative influences, even negative entities. But to really do the strong house clearing, I use different prayers that I've been taught to back out negative entities, energies, influences, stray electromagnetic fields, enemy patterning, sadness, germs, virus, disease, all sorts of things like that we don't want to live in. So it's important to find ways to create a space in your home that is conducive for you to bloom in and to live in vibrantly and healthy, and to protect you. Remember, fear, it goes out into the world and it attracts like energy to you. So do your own personal work if you have fear issues, and on any level, whether it's fear of growing older, fear of snakes, fear of losing your husband or your wife or whatever, then it emanates to fear and it creates a vulnerability in your own energy field, and that sort of opens you up for a psychic attack on different levels. Alcohol, drug abuse, overusing those types of substances can really set you up for psychic attack in a major way. So I don't like to keep alcohol in my house, and you don't ever want to overindulge with any substance, because when you overindulge, you just open yourself up for any negative entity that wants to go for a joyride. It's kind of like leaving the keys in your car, downtown on a Saturday night. It's like you come back, your car is going to be gone. So you don't want that, because it can be very difficult to get that entity out once it's insinuated itself into your energy field and your psyche. It can be really hard to do. So don't let it happen to begin with. And so prayer, meditation, using the smudge mixtures and the different clearings are all great ways to protect your house. Before I go to sleep at night, I always create a container in my bedroom, and I do that through specific visualization techniques to surround myself with the archangels and light and love and protection, and that's what helps me to sleep at night. Otherwise, I wouldn't get any sleep at all. So anyhow, I hope you've enjoyed this psychic Q&A today. If you have any comments or anything that you would like to share with us, then you're welcome to leave those below. We've got a comment section, so I like to hear from you. And if you have other questions about psychic development or spiritual development, then you can leave those on my Facebook wall at Psychic Medium MarVeena, and I might be able to answer your question in one of my future videos. So I hope that you all have a really powerful day. I'm MarVeena Meek. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.